This is a day I've been looking forward to for 2.5 years. Every once in a while, a revolutionary product comes along that changes everything. Today, we're introducing 3 revolutionary products of this class. The first one is a widescreen iPod with touch controls. The second is a revolutionary mobile phone. And the third is a breakthrough internet communications device. So, an iPod, a phone. Are you getting it? These are not 3 separate devices. This is one device. And we are calling it iPhone. Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone.
The first iPhone was revolutionary. So many things that are utterly mundane today were introduced to the mass market on that day in January 2007.
To unlock the phone, I just take my finger and slide it across. Right? You want to see that again? Go to sleep. We wanted something that you couldn't do by accident in your pocket, and just slide it across. Boom. I can just swipe through my photo library. Oh, there's one that's landscape. I can just turn my device and take a look at it. Pretty cool, huh? Boom. I can make them bigger. And so let me go ahead and get the camera back up. Yeah, there it is right there. I can just take my fingers and we call it the pinch. I can bring them closer together or move them further apart to make it bigger or smaller. And so I can just move them further apart and stretch the image. Isn't that cool? And move it around. Isn't that cool?
No product launch since has ever come close to that. Most of the time, design work is about iterative improvements rather than groundbreaking revolutionary releases. After the original iPhone, Apple introduced exactly 50 iPhone models. So the 200 billion per year question is, how do you make iterations exciting? Repetition is boring. That's why training montages in films are montages. We don't want to see a character repeating the same routine day in, day out. If you're new to the channel, welcome, like, subscribe, hit the bell. What we do here is find interesting parallels between user experience design and pop culture. Since the topic of this video is iterative design, a lesser channel would of course pair it with Groundhog Day and call it a Groundhog Day. But we go deeper here. Wait, not that deep. Between the Earth's surface and Kentish Town tube station, there's hell.
To hell with this place.
Which our protagonist Zagreus is trying to escape in a critically acclaimed video game titled after his father.
Hades, whose very name inspires fear and penitence.
Hades is a roguelike game, a genre loosely defined by randomly generated levels and permadeath. If you die, you restart all the way back at the beginning. You're gonna die in Hades a lot. Die to enemies, die to traps. Die to mini-bosses. and actual bosses.
Well, this is awkward.
Halt, Zagreus. Not one step further.
Come on, Meg. Haven't we had more than enough of each other by now? Besides, don't you have someplace else to be?
Your father sent me. All in all, I'd rather be on your bad side than his. Now you can turn back like a good little man, or I can send you home the painful way. What'll it be?
I'll have to go with the painful way.
A man after my own heart.
Damn it.
After you die in Hades, you return back home,
I'm home.
where you can chat to a few housemates,
Hello?
give a good three-headed boy a stroke,
There's a good boy.
Seek pity someplace else.
If someone said pet the dog, it would be like, it's a bit like, it could be dirty or it could be a bit like posh.
I just think pet makes way more sense than stroking a dog.
Yeah, but you're American.
and then off you go on your next escape attempt,
Again.
right back where you started. You see now how similar it is to iPhone releases?
This is going to change everything. All over.
Again.
Repetition is boring. The main two roguelike games, including Hades, employ to tackle that is randomness. But we'll have a separate episode on that, so let's focus here on other solutions. Chief among them is the continuous introduction of new elements. Like every time you run into someone, there is a new bit of dialogue.
Hi, Meg.
Ever stubborn, aren't you? Maybe my whip might make you reconsider whatever it is that you're attempting here.
Your whip's not been all that persuasive in the past.
Maybe persistence will pay off for both of us. Come then.
This is why the iPhone's design changes more often than, say, MacBook Pros. People upgrade phones more often than laptops, and a new look helps keep it feeling fresh, just like this new bit of dialogue in each run.
And there you are again. Lord Hades ought to lock you up rather than let you run amok in his domain like this.
I'm sure he'd welcome all this feedback from you, Meg. Or maybe you're just pining for my father's job.
I have no envy for your father's position. Besides, I happen to enjoy my own responsibilities.
There are heaps more elements Hades gradually introduces as the game unfolds. Like at some point you notice a cutout in the floor.
That is an ominous-looking portal on the ground right there.
What? What? So, okay, we'll see what this is about.
So all I need to do is sacrifice some of my life essence to go in here. Ah, don't see why not. Who or what is that?
And it's the new dynamic island, a cutout on the front of your iPhone that not only holds Face ID, but also expands to show you live activities. Then there are new weapon unlocks that add new features, changing your playstyle, like the magnetic cutter,
Malphon, I see everything you are.
which magnetically snaps a phone to chargers and accessories for perfect alignment. The novelty spices things up, but eventually the introduction of new elements becomes part of the routine. You just grow to expect fresh dialogue and new iPhone features with every run.
Let's predict the Apple event in September. It's gonna start off, Tim Cook's gonna walk on stage, be like, good morning. Main thing, iPhone, it's the 16, but it's a lot better. Like this, you should buy this one. 120 hertz, 28.4 megapixel front camera, and they'll be like, oh, and then the pro dramatic effect, whatever. Something magical, you get better zoom. Then it'll go back to Tim, he'll probably be doing that post.
Thank you for joining us. Have a great day.
And that's what's gonna happen at the Apple event.
And it's no longer surprising. Repetition is boring.
Again.
In Hades, you get support from the Olympian gods. You start recognizing their symbols at the doors that lead to the next room. Athena.
Today we're introducing the iPhone 3G.
Artemis,
We're introducing iPhone 4.
Aries,
Today, we're going to introduce iPhone 5.
one room, one boon, 1 year, one new iPhone. Until, after a few escape attempts, you ran into...
This is 2 symbols. Yeah, let's go hard mode, guys. Hard mode all the way.
We're going to replace the iPhone 5. And we're going to replace it with not 1, but 2 new designs.
So we get to choose, though. That's the benefit.
This is another solution to make repetition less boring, breaking the established pattern. The most pattern-breaking iPhone to date is iPhone X, the first with an OLED screen, Face ID, wireless charging and a gesture-based navigation in place of the home button. I won't reveal the most pattern-breaking thing in Hades, the one that happens after you've done a certain thing 9 times, because I don't want to spoil the fun. That, by the way, is a problem Apple's been facing lately. Pattern breaking is most impactful when you don't see it coming. A surprise just doesn't land the same way when it's been leaked. Another issue with pattern breaking is that, by definition, you can't do it regularly. This time's breakthrough becomes the next time's routine.
All right, one more time.
Repetition is boring.
What's up? MKBHD here, and this is the iPhone 12. What's up? MKBHD here. This is the iPhone 13. The iPhone 14. So this is Apple's brand new, latest and greatest iPhone 15. And nothing inside is new. The iPhone 16 is a minor update. Dare I say, the new iPhone 17 is just a straight up good deal now.
Groundhog Day type stories channel that feeling of being stuck in a rut, doing the same thing over and over again, trapped in
this cycle of life and death and death and death and death.
You can't break the loop, there is no escape. The introduction of new elements becomes the new pattern, and you can only break that pattern so often. But you can find meaning in the repetition, much like Sisyphus, who's, not coincidentally, is also a character in Hades.
Going to try and make it out of here again and again, is it? Well, they say repetition is the key to mastery.
Back home, the Mirror of Night gives you new features for your future runs. Shadow Presence makes photos taken in low light less blurry. Tonic Vitality improves battery life. And thick skin makes the iPhone more resistant to scratches. What Apple tries to sell you each year, however, isn't a bunch of new features. It's a reflection of your future self, the one better equipped to handle life's daily routine. It's not that the new iPhone has a better camera, you see? It's that with the new iPhone you're gonna be a better photographer.
What we're about isn't making boxes for people to get their jobs done. Apple, at the core, its core value, is that we believe that people with passion can change the world for the better. Those people that are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones that actually do.
Repetition makes it easy to compare and see progress.
Any better?
We're getting better. Yeah. Wait, the practicing is actually paying off. Oh, wow. I was playing this for like 20-ish times again, and then suddenly the sound just changed. Great. I will keep doing this every single run then.
You might not notice much difference when you compare escape attempts back to back, but look at where you started and the difference is striking.
I am standing right in front of the iPhone. The iPhone. The iPhone.
Well, we're gonna move
That was the iPhone Air. I mean, look at this thing. It's beautiful. It's super light, so thin. It's actually so shiny around the edges. Oh, it's beautiful. Also, I brought my original iPhone, so I'm gonna be taking some photos throughout the event and throughout the day, so I'll share those with you. Let me know what you think.
You proceed to do the same thing by finding meaning in repetition. This is it. This is the game.
This is the game. This is it. This is why people are telling me that they cannot stop playing this game. They've nailed the idea. They've nailed the idea of what it means to have a grind in a game be something that you'll go for, because just the littlest bit of extra time that you would have with this character's just brilliant performance, engaging with his, would lead to this idea of something that you long for. It's the classic anime trope of like reaching up for the star and just grasping, and then you open up your hand and it's not there, but you're still gonna keep reaching out. You're still reaching up and stuff. You know, this is perfect.
Repetition is... it's dull, but when there's meaning in it, you're stuck with it, getting better over and over and over again.
If you're going back to hell, you might as well get used to it.
Until one day, all of a sudden, it just hits differently.
Impossible.
Just the little peace sign on the way down.